Hello everyone. Our next speaker will be presenting on energy storage for wildfire resiliency, a very pressing issue in current events. Sarah Busch is the Manager of Market Development at the California Energy Storage Alliance, CESA. CESA is a fabulous nonprofit committed to advancing the role of energy storage in the electric power sector through policy development, education, outreach, and research. To quote the founder of CESA, energy storage is like salt. It pretty much goes with everything and makes it even better. Or as I like to say, energy storage is like soap. It cleans up the grid. At CESA, Sarah advocates for energy storage to become a mainstream part of California's energy toolkit to achieve climate reduction goals, increase deployment of clean energy, and support a healthy grid for the benefit of all Californians. Prior to joining CESA, Sarah managed climate and energy programs at the Center for Resource Solutions, the leading certifier of clean energy for utilities and corporate buyers. Sarah holds a BA in government from Smith College. A fun fact about Sarah is that she has hiked up the Sierra Negra volcano in the Galapagos Islands. How cool is that? Please welcome Sarah.
Mic check. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you. Good evening. So tonight I will be discussing how energy storage can act as a wildfire resiliency tool to support a more resilient grid in the wake of these wildfires. So wildfires are becoming more prevalent and deadlier than ever before, exacerbated by climate change, as we heard about already, which is going to cause more extreme weather, drier climate, more precipitation, which is fodder, unfortunately, for wildfires. So the key word on California regulators' minds is safety. How can we create a more resilient grid, keep the lights on, but also protect people, property, and reduce disruption to our economy? The solution right now is a public safety power shutoff, or PSPS. This is where the utility will shut off power in high fire threat areas where extreme weather is predicted. And unfortunately, this means that some communities are going without power. PSPS is becoming the new norm in California. This chart shows that PG&E's latest shutoffs are getting larger in scope and they're impacting more customers, which is due to more extreme weather and the need to protect more vulnerable conductors from a spark. What's a great concern to CESA and to California leadership and utilities is that vulnerable populations, including the elderly and medical baseline and other equity customers, are the hardest hit. Even if you're located in a low fire threat zone, you may still have your power be turned off. And as a result, many people are turning to fossil fuels to act as backup generation for their homes and businesses. And while this does provide reliable power, it also contributes to greenhouse gas emissions and local air pollution, as well as can be a safety hazard. So there's a need for a clean alternative to support a more resilient grid, one that will keep the lights on, but also maintain reliability and safety. And energy storage is one of the solutions for this to promote resiliency. And California is actually home to the largest market in North America for storage. We have over 1,700 megawatts of storage procured in the pipeline with technology that's commercially available today. And this technology is capable of inputting and outputting electricity, storing it for a period of time, energy storage. And it comes in different forms. It could be a lithium-ion battery, it could be pumped hydro, and in the future we'll have things like hydrogen that will store energy for seasons. So for context, here's the basic structure of the grid as we saw earlier tonight, and since Edison invented the light bulb. You've got a centralized power plant, energy goes from generation to transmission to customers at the distribution level, and it all acts as one big system. But the paradigm is starting to change as we move to a more bi-directional grid where we have distributed energy resources that enable us to keep on part of the grid and turn off another. And this is really where energy storage comes in, because it can act as both generation and load, and it can be sited on any part of the grid, and it also provides other benefits like resiliency benefits, which I'll describe a couple examples next. So storage can be put behind the customer meter to act as backup power for a home or business, and then it can be integrated with on-site generation like solar. And California is actually home to a unique, one-of-a-kind funding program for behind-the-meter storage called the Self-Generation Incentive Program. And just recently, with much stakeholder work and CISA's work, we've actually modified that program to direct a portion of the funds specifically to equity customers in these high fire threat zones. Storage can also be deployed on microgrids, as was also mentioned earlier, and I'm glad to hear it. So you can integrate with other DERs, turn off part of a town, island, part of a community if you have other shutoffs in the surrounding area. And then an emerging use case for storage is mobile energy storage. This is a container on wheels that contains storage technology, typically a lithium-ion battery, that can be picked up and moved to where power is needed the most to help a community come back online or kind of ride through an event. So those are a few use cases for how energy storage can be used for resiliency, and they're largely economical and can be deployed today. They're all solutions, part of a suite of solutions out there to address this new abnormal that we're entering into, a world where we have unexpected power shutoffs, people turning to fossil fuels as backup power, and generally increased hardship on members of our community that are already going through a tough time. So in conclusion, what I've shared is energy storage is a part of the suite of solutions to respond to these PSPS events, because it can be deployed anywhere, it can be repurposed and moved, it can be integrated with the grid of today to support a more resilient grid of tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much.